Hello everybody, welcome back to the Suikoden 4 walkthrough. We were just taking care of a little bit of dialogue type business before the big showdown, I suppose. So here's a good little scene with Kika. She obviously speaks about Brando.
Not even his friends get close to him.
Which is kind of nice. You know, you get a little more backstory on him, and he seems like such a bad. I mean, he kind of still is a bad dude at the beginning of the game, but he's you know, maybe not necessarily as bad as you might think. So, you know, basically he chose to not let anyone get close to him, which, you know, kind of the complete, yeah, pretty much the opposite of the main character here. I mean, we did just gather all 108 stars of destiny, right? It's kind of a big deal. So yeah, you know, in all honesty, it's the same kind of deal as with any other RPG, I guess. Just kind of, I'd recommend talking to everybody. You get a little more backstory on most of the characters, anyway. You know, some of these characters are kind of just filler, but dialogue is dialogue, I suppose. And again, you know, when you've got a game with 108 recruitable characters, you kind of got to expect some fluff here and there. And here, I believe, are the ladies. You're going to want to talk to them, you know, especially if you've recruited all three, which I just assume you have. And here you get this little scene. And I think this is the wooden amulet. I'm pretty sure I brought that up in the previous video. Okay. And if I remember right, that thing is pretty nice. I don't remember all the exact stats on it, but you know, in all honesty, it is a shame that that you're gonna end up, or it doesn't carry over. But okay, so 10 luck, 5 defense. I thought I had something else too. I thought it had some other effect to it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Because that doesn't seem like it's that great. But again, yeah, I feel like I'm missing something there. I thought it was better than that. Anywho, I'm trying to think of all the other. There's specific scenes, if I remember right, and I'm pretty sure I made sure. I thought I got footage of said scenes. Sure looking that way anyway.
Things should come to a close soon, but please. Yes.
So here's Helmet speaking to, I think, is that supposed to be Colton in there too?
Do not worry.
Yeah, here we go.
Now's not my time to die.
So obviously these two are.
I volunteered to fight this battle against you.
This battle against you.
For any
Okay.
consequences I may
They
face.
were, I assume, what, colleagues at one point? You know, they worked together in some way or another.
There's more to this world than Kuluk, you know.
Yeah, here you go. So it's your decision. Live your life however you see fit.
Father,
Oh, okay. Father. Okay.
In
Well,
order to thrive, you must survive.
not just allies, apparently relatives. I completely forgot about that. All right. Yeah, show him the strength of the dragon. That's right. We're gonna show him. It always sounds so much cooler than it really is. That's why I always name the army the dragon. There's always like little scenes like this where it just seems epic. Gonna show him the strength of the dragon. Like show him the strength of what the main character's probably like 19 or something like that. I don't know his actual age. And then I've probably got, you know, 3 teenage girls with me, because that seems like my style. Terrible. And that's the strength of the dragon. Alright, so Pablo's freaking out. I guess rightfully so. We're about to, you know, go to war, and, you know, I think you can it's pretty safe to assume that there's going to be some naval combat. And he's one of the, you know, the rune cannon, or kind of in charge of the rune cannon shells and whatnot. You strong won't lose. Okay. Okay. Doctor. Love that guy. She's a total hypochondriac. Right, who else do we have here? Deborah's room. I think there's a scene with... Yeah, here, these two. Pretty sure here. Yeah, here we are.
Come and get me.
I don't know if these three are they supposed to be dreaming of the fight? I don't know.
Tomorrow we're gonna show them just what we're made of. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Just don't die on me. Got that?
Yes, sir.
And if I should die, you'll go back to your mom.
Yes, sir. Wait a minute. You found my mother?
Well, actually, oh, enough of this depressing talk. We're gonna sleep, and that's final.
This is depressing, Doc. Alright. So I guess that, what was that? That's actually two or three scenes. 3 scenes, actually, right? The Ricky and Rachi, the Kobolds, and Dario, and is it Nalio? Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, now they're just wandering around. Let's go. Alright, let's see if Katarina's got anything to say. Oh yeah, definitely a little scene here. Okay. Alright, well, kind of a weak scene, but a scene nonetheless. Looks like Frederica's got a little scene here too. Alright, so Kray's, yeah, so she's explaining here. Kray's seen what the rune can do, and that's why he wants it. I mean, there's a little more to it than that, and we'll find that out, but... All right. Stand around for a little bit. Seems like a good plan. Alright, we should have one more scene. Yeah, right here. So I think if you go up to your room,
Well, it's finally time, isn't it?
and you've recruited Snow, here you'll get
My
this
strength is
scene.
yours to wield. Use it as you see fit.
And I don't know if I know I collected a bunch of his different outfits and stuff, but I don't know if I didn't equip him or if he's always in this outfit when you get this scene. I'm not sure. But I don't know. Not his best outfit, I don't think, but well. Alright, so here we've got another visit from Leknat, I believe.
The trial of the rune will end. The time for atonement shall pass. The time for forgiveness shall begin. That is your destiny, and the destinies of the
Okay.
who have gathered around you.
Man, I hate when that happens when I'm trying to sleep.
I have seen the will of the rune. If you are ever to let it go, the rune will certainly wander throughout the world.
No pressure, though.
Once again. Where the rune is headed from here on, unfortunately,
Okay, so if we let the rune go, it's gonna,
this time.
you know, essentially just continue on doing the same thing. You know, taking people's lives and all that evil stuff that it likes to do. All right. I would definitely suggest, if you haven't already, save. You know, especially if you, you know, just watched all of those scenes. As watching. I'm guessing you probably don't want to watch them all over. Or, you know, maybe you like those scenes. You like the all that extra cool stuff. So then it's not such a bad idea if you want to make another. You can always make another save. So you could watch them again. Ooh. All right. Let's do this. So this first naval, or this actually technically I think this is the last naval naval battle. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I lost this one the first time I did it. it's a little
If what
it's a little
Eleanor said was
tougher
right,
than
fog should
the other
clear
ones.
shortly. Now let's get ready.
So yeah, so keep that in mind. And there, Eleanor there is with the. We should say Eleanor here is with the detachment party. And again, these guys, if I remember right here, this detachment party, you lose all their items. So, I guess the only way to kind of get around that would be to, you know, unequip all your creatures. Now, granted, I don't think you can do anything about their runes.
This fog
I think
is really
the
supposed to
runes
clear
are,
up soon. Of course, Lady
you know,
Eleanor said
stuck
so.
on them essentially from here on out. I actually don't remember the last time that you can,
I
you know,
wonder how
change
she
what runes
predicted
they're.
it. I would like for her to teach
They're
me how
equipped
to
with
read
there.
the skies sometime. After me, I am to be taught first.
Here,
It would be a waste of time teaching you. Besides, do you even have the
I like
aptitude
these
for
two.
it?
Have the little bickering
What is
back
that
and
supposed
forth
to mean?
on who's gonna, or on who Eleanor is gonna teach first.
The decoy fleet is
Anyways,
real.
yeah,
Finally
the
time.
the detachment party. Like I was saying, I'm not sure like kind of where the point of no return is, as far as equipping them. Looks like we're gonna have some mermaid power. Could be like, they could be kind of like little ninjas in the naval combat, right? I mean, I don't know how much 1, 2, 3, what, there's actually, what, 5 mermaids? What they could do, but who knows? Maybe they could do some damage. Anywho, yeah, so again, detachment party, you know, again, I guess just equip them like I was saying. I think I did point it out there in a couple videos ago there. You're probably going to want to stick some really crappy runes on them as well as gear. That's what I did anyway. And I did put Ted, excuse me, in that group. And with his rune, that guy's almost unstoppable by himself. So you know, it really doesn't take much, and he can really do a lot of the work for that entire group. Which, you know, again, I would recommend doing unless you really want to have him in the same party as the hero. You know, that's not how I set up my group for the rest of the game anyway, so I didn't really, you know, that wasn't a strategy that I was going to go with. I figured, you know, stick him with the detachment party and he can pretty much carry. All right. Alright, I think this is part of Eleanor's strategy here, so she brought this fleet in here through the fog so that the Kuluks here weren't sure exactly what was going on with them, but apparently they knew that it wasn't their own fleet.
They fired too soon. They fired without confirming the opponent. Listen, everyone. Advance straight ahead. Parts of the enemy's main force might have survived.
So I think those were just decoy ships. The 3 that just got lasered. Whatever. So obviously that was part of the strategy. And there, you know, you could, I should have pointed it out a little bit better there, where the two girls are kind of bickering back and forth. They are talking about the fog and how Lady Eleanor knew there was going to be
There's a
fog.
strong possibility that what we hit earlier was a decoy.
Yeah, so
Let's
Troy
go.
obviously even knows that there was a possibility that the rune cannon fired on decoy ships, which, again, I'm pretty sure that's what that was. But here we have it. Here's the final naval battle. And again, pretty sure I lost this one the first time, so, you know, pay attention, I guess. We'll see here if I mean, I just assume that I've got footage of my failure, and thus we will talk about what I did wrong. All right, so that ship is just armed to the teeth, and these ships obviously have a ton of health. So there's going to be, what do you want to have there, a wind cannon against this one on the left and a lightning on the far right. And then this guy in the middle, you got to kind of just, I almost want to just say get lucky, but I think you're going to want to fire a fire rune at that ship. You know, I think anyway. At least that way, if they fire their, what is it, like the water rune against you, you won't take any damage, but they've just got so many options as far as rune cannons on that ship that you don't know what they're going to fire. So, again, you know, your best bet, I think, anyway, is to fire rune cannon shots at it when the time comes. But again, if I remember right here on the left side, you're going to want to have, what was that, a wind rune, I said? And then on the far side, you're going to want to have a lightning, which, fire rune, I'd go with, like, Conrad. Lightning rune, Jean. And then, wind, boy, Desmond is not a good choice there, I know that. He's really weak. I would actually say you'd want to have, there you go, Maxine. Maxine's the like best default. Oh wow, I have a fourth ship there that doesn't have any rune cannons or people on it. So let's get this set up. Apparently I've never set up that oval ship at all. That seems weird. Is that default for right now? I don't know. Alright, what do we have though? Django Breck. Nalio would be okay, I guess. We're running out of good captains in my opinion. Conrad's got +1 range, which I like, but I did use him, I believe anyway, as the rune cannon operator for, I don't know, what was it, the main ship? I don't know, something like that. But here I guess I went with Django. Again, not really sure why. I think, you know, I'm just running out of good captains, in all honesty. Looks like I'm running out of good... Oh, Warlock's got a decent rune there. I don't know how good he is in this... the Earth Cannon. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe against that middle ship, you know, because it's just got so many choices for runes anyway, that it kind of doesn't really... No, I wouldn't say that it doesn't really matter, it's just... Anyway. Let's get this ship set up and get the show on the road. Again, pretty sure I lost this one for the first time, so... We'll see how this all went down, and we can discuss, I guess, you know, what not to do. So if if you're confident in your own abilities and you feel like this is kind of a waste of time, then go ahead and you can just skip through this stuff. And here I don't know, I'm kind of thinking that I should have set up a bit differently. I mean, just off of what I mentioned earlier. So this is the main ship, right? I feel like I should have had Conrad on this one. So I'm not really wild about this setup as is anyway. And I feel like Gene should have been more on the, what would that have been, the right side? You know, either the Obel ship or, was it the Grishand over there? Or the Razrul ship? I'm not sure. Is the Razrul ship, is that even an option? I don't know. Anyways, hopefully we get the show on the road here. Again, I really don't like how this is set up already just by looking at it. And, you know, Maxine, really? Why is Maxine on this ship, too? It feels like I stacked all of my best operators on this ship, and that is not, that was not how I think it should have been done. You know, I feel like it probably would have been best to, or maybe the overall strategy here is to get rid of the ships on the outside. And then, you know, focus all your ships on the one in the middle. Just because, I mean, in all honesty, so what's really going to be helpful to take down that ship in the middle is if you can fire shots on it without any risk of return fire. Because, again, it's got so many options to fire at you that you don't know what it's going to pick. So, you know, it's best, I feel like, just to overwhelm it. I mean, I guess here I am kind of moving my main ship over, and maybe that's what I should have done with everybody. Maybe this still would have worked out okay if I would have moved all the ships like together and clumped them all up, you know, and then could have really done the same thing, right? I would have just fired over and over on one ship, you know, and hopefully got to a point there where it couldn't return fire. But, you know, that's not how it ended up going down, so we'll see here. Now, this shot doesn't matter at all. I guess just pick your... I hope Jean was the strongest rune cannon operator anyway. Because, obviously, she there was no risk of return fire anyway. Here you're going to want to fire, yep, the lightning. And Gary is a super weak operator. But, you know what? Whatever. Let's see how much damage this does. Yeah, 26. That would have taken, what, 5 shots or so to take that ship down. Here, I feel like I moved a little bit too close, but whatever. It ended up okay. And here, this should be a Maxine shot. So we'll see which one I end up picking here. There you go. Alright, it looks like they fired a wind as well, so that just canceled out. And at least this next turn, I'll be able to move my one ship over. I don't know what I'm doing here. Should have just left them as is. There you go. Fire that lightning cannon on. There's no other way to... It feels like I'm trying to maneuver into a better spot, but there is no better spot. It's the only option I have. Just get over there and fire on him. I see, because like by doing this, yeah, now I'm gonna wait. So okay, so not only am I put myself in a bad position, I couldn't even return fire, but I really needed to get more damage onto that ship there. I needed to get that down faster. So that was just a complete waste of a turn. Let's see, and then same thing, because then it had to move over to fire at me, so then my other ship was put out of range too. And this is a bad idea, because I'd end up moving too close, and that's the only, well, that's not the only place. Yeah, that was a bad spot to move to. So just it looks like, to me, a lot of like logistically bad decisions here that I made. You know, there was definitely some, just even positioning type of stuff that I should have done differently. Alright. That was a good shot there. Boom, wow. Okay, well, there's one down. Yeah, and then here that ship got a second shot. So by putting myself like facing it there and not, you know, yeah, look at that. I just got crushed. That ship just did nothing. Granted, I guess it took 2 shots, but that's all it did. Ooh, wow, that thing's got such good range. I should have moved. See, now I should have moved that shot, or I should have moved back one, and maybe that ship wouldn't have been able to fire. Okay, so it looked like we both fired water runes. I still, honestly, I felt like I should have had a fire rune on that one. And did I even have Conrad on there at all? See, now this ship just took a shot there without even the chance of return fire. So that's a shame. And then here, what, I pick Emma for some reason? That was dumb. I think that was an accident. But that was the wrong cannon to fire. So there you go, there's the second ship sunk. Now again, that was just a bad rune pick, unfortunately. That should have been a lightning. Alright. So what did they fire? I think they fired their fire rune cannon at me. Which again, had I... Oh, I do have a fire rune on that ship. That's what I should be firing every time. But that's okay. Whatever. I didn't. Yep, this is the wrong type, but that's okay. So here I am completely out of range of that other ship, so it doesn't matter. But it only did 46 damage, so they've got a huge defense in here that again, so that should be Conrad firing. But whatever. So they fired a water, and again, if I would have fired with Conrad, they would have taken damage and I wouldn't have. And here I can't get into a good position to attack, so we'll just stand by. Here I just keep backing up and then firing to try to stay out of range of their cannon. Yep, and there you go. See, they fired their water cannon again. So you can see, I added up. I mean, if you add everything up, you can really see all the mistakes that I made here. There's just a ton of them. You know, just bad positioning and using the wrong cannon over and over. There, speaking of the devil there, used the wrong one again. Not that that mattered. That looked like that was maybe that might have been an Earth. Yeah, look at that. And so there's my main ship down, and now I'm done. They're going to be able to outmaneuver me pretty easily. And in all honesty, it's probably only going to take one more shot to end it. All right, so I'm going to cut this here, and we will win in the next video here. So stay tuned.